Okay, class. So now that we're done with our story, let's have a quick recap. Okay? So once again, what was the title of our story? Very good. The title of our story is The Three Little Pigs. So who was the main characters in the story? Right. It was the Three Little Pigs. And who do you think is the villain in the story? Very good. It was the wolf. And also, who among the three piglets was able to build a strong house? Very good. It was the eldest pig that was able to build a strong house. And what are the materials that he used? Yes, he made use of bricks as well as cement in order to build or to create a strong house. So why do you think that we need to have a strong house? Right. We need to have a strong house or to build a strong house in order for us to be protected from any natural calamities or disasters like typhoons and whatsoever. Alright kids? Now, before we proceed to our discussion, what is our classroom rules again? Right. Shut your mouths, eyes to teacher only, and listen carefully. Alright. So now I have here some instructional materials that I will be posting in the board. And while I am posting these instructional materials on the board, I would like you class to sing the alphabet songs. Okay? In 1, 2, 3, sing. Okay class, so as you can see, we have here some sample sentences which also came from our story. Okay, so once again, the title of our story is The Three Little Pigs. So here we have 4 sentences. So I will be reading it first and you will follow eventually. Okay, so let me read these sentences first. And I will also ask some questions. Okay? So listen carefully. So, the first sentence. The third born pig is the youngest. Again. The third born pig is the youngest. Okay, it's your turn. Again. So, who was the youngest among the pigs? Right, it is the third born. So, what word made you think that it was the third born? Yes, it is the word youngest. So, let's proceed to the next sentence. The firstborn pig was the eldest. Again, the firstborn pig was the eldest. Okay, it's your turn. Louder class, louder. Alright. So, again, who was the eldest among the pigs? Based from the sentence. Correct. It was the firstborn pig. And what was the word that made you think it was the firstborn pig? Correct. It was the word eldest. So now let's proceed to the third sentence. The youngest pig is the fastest to build a house. Again, the youngest pig is the fastest to build a house. It's your turn. Okay. So, who was the fastest to make a house? Very good. It was the youngest. And let's proceed to the last sentence. The easiest house to make is made of straw. Again, the easiest house to make is made of straw. So, what was the easiest house to make? Yes, it is made of straw. What word made you think that it is made of straw? Right, it is the easiest, or the word easiest. Okay class, so now, what did you observe on these sentences that I made? Right, all of these sentences ends with the word est, right? So, we have the youngest, eldest, fastest, and the easiest. And also, as you can see, I put an underline on those words. Okay, so what do you think what do you think are those words? Any ideas? None. Okay, so our lesson for today, class, is all about the superlatives. Again, right, it is the superlatives. So I will be posting again some of the instructional materials that I made. So what is superlatives? Superlatives is an adjective used in comparisons to describe something as being of the highest degree or extreme. Okay? So we are using superlative adjectives when making comparisons of three or more people or things. The words biggest and strongest are examples of superlative adjectives. The word superlative has other uses outside of grammar. To explain how we use superlative adjectives, let's say we have 3 sticks that measures 1 foot, 2 feet, and 3 feet long. Of these 3, the one that is 3 feet long can be described as the longest stick because it wins the contest of length, and at the same time, the 1 foot stick is the shortest as it would win the shortness competition. Now, who can tell me something about the superlatives on how we can use it? Very good. So once again, the superlatives is an adjective used in comparison to describe something as being of the highest degree or extreme. I can see that you are already learning on how and when to use the superlatives in a sentence. Now, let's answer this to see if you really learned something from our discussion. I will remove first the instructional materials that I pasted here in order to give space for the new IMs that will be posted and which you will be answering, okay? So now, let's try to answer this activity in order to know your knowledge about the superlatives. So the direction is choose and underline the correct superlatives to complete the sentences. So I will be reading first the sentences and you can raise your hand and I will be calling someone who will try to answer these sentences in order for these sentences to be completed. Is that clear? Okay, so now let's start. Number 1. George is the youngest in the family. Again, George is the youngest in the family. Okay, now, who wants to try answering these sentences? Raise your hand. Yes, Joshua, please come here in front and underline the correct word to complete the sentences. Okay, so Joshua underlined the word youngest. Is he correct? Of course, this is the correct answer. So let us read the sentence. George is the youngest in the family. Now let's proceed to number 2. Vegetable salad is the healthier food that I've ever eaten. Who wants to answer item number 2? Please raise your hand. Okay, Michelle, please come here in front. Alright, so Michelle underlined the word healthiest. Is she correct? Yes, she is correct. And she selected the correct word. So, let's read the sentence. Vegetable salad is the healthiest food that I've ever eaten. Okay. Number 3. Strong house is the weakest house that they build. Who would want to try answering the item number 3? Yes, Kim. Please come here in front. Okay, so Kim underlined the word weaker. Is she correct? No, of course, it's not the correct answer. So Kim, the correct answer on this item is the word weakest. Okay, it is the word weakest. So let's try reading the item number 3. Strong house is the weakest house that they build. Okay, because if we were going to read the weaker, this will be the result of the sentence. The strong house is the weaker house that they build. It is not suitable. Okay? I hope you get it, Kim. Okay, so now let's proceed to item number 4. So, cooking scrambled eggs is the easiest dish to make. Again, cooking scrambled eggs is the easiest dish to make. Who wants to try? Yes, Janina. Please come here in front and choose the correct answer. So, Janina underline the word easiest. So, is she correct? Yes. Easiest is the correct answer in this one. So, let's read the sentence. Cooking scrambled eggs is the easiest dish to make. Again, cooking scrambled eggs is the easiest dish to make. Okay, so for the last one. Cats are the smaller member of felines. Again, cats are the smaller member of felines. Who wants to try answering the last item? Yes, Susain, please come here in front and select the correct answer. Okay, so Susain underlined the word smallest. Is she correct? Yes, the word smallest is the correct superlative in this item. So let's try reading the sentence. Cats are the smallest member of felines. Okay, now let's give your classmates a good job clap for answering these sentences. So this is how it is done. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job, good job, good job. Again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job, good job, good job. Now it seems that you are already aware about the superlatives in the sentences. Now, we are going to proceed with our activities. Are you guys ready? Again, what is the meaning of superlatives? Correct. So, superlatives is an adjective that is used in comparisons to describe something as being of the highest degree or extreme. Okay, so now we'll be having another activity. Are you excited? Yes. So now please stand up and put your chairs behind the walls or beside the walls, because you will be forming a circle and sit on the floor. Okay? In the count of 10, I'd like you to be sitting on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the title of our activity is Pass the Bird. Okay? So this is a stuffed toy. And it is a representation of a bird. Okay? So in this activity, you will be passing this stuffed toy to your classmates in a clockwise. Okay? You will rotate this stuffed toy and pass it to your classmate. Okay? Just like this. Are you guys following? Okay. So I will be playing a music, and whenever the music stops and whoever is holding this stuffed toy will be standing up and choose some piece of paper in here. So what's inside in this container is a sentences which you are going to complete by selecting the correct superlatives, just like we did a while ago. Understand? Okay. So this is the sample of the sentences which are inside this container. Wait a second. Here. So that was the sample of the sentences which you can found, or we can found in the container. Okay? So if one of your classmates was able to completely guess the correct answer, they will be sitting on their respective chairs. Now let's start. Alright, it seems that all of you enjoyed our activity for today. Do you like more? Okay, now please get your chairs and arrange it accordingly. Okay, and take your seats first. So here in our next activity, I will be dividing the class into 4 groups. So each group will be having a representative that will answer the given questions, okay? And the remaining members of the group will help their representatives to guess the correct answers. There will be 2 rounds in this activity, okay? So the first round is the easy round and the second round is the hard round. So I will be giving each group these hands, okay? So whenever you have the answer or you want to answer, just raise this hand like this. Okay, understand? Alright. So I have here sentences. And you will be completing the sentences by choosing the correct superlative adjectives. Okay? So there will be 5 items in the easy round and 3 items on the hard round. The representatives of the group should raise their hand if they are ready or if they have an answer already. If they did not get the correct answer, the other groups will have a chance to answer the question. So at the first round, the teacher will show the 5 items one by one. So the fastest group to raise their hands will be the first to guess the correct answer. If they got the correct answer, they will be given a corresponding point. If not, other groups will still get a chance to guess the correct answer. So on the easy round, each item corresponds to 1 point only. Understand? Okay. While on the hard round, each item corresponds to 3 points each. So the team with most points will be pronounced as the winner and will receive a reward from your teacher. Understand? Okay, now let's start the activity. Congratulations, Group 3, for winning our activity for today. To the other groups, it's okay, class. We still got a lot of activities in the succeeding days. Okay? So now, please get your chairs and arrange it accordingly. Okay? Because I will be giving a worksheets to you. Are you ready to listen? Okay, so this is your worksheets. So I will be reading the instruction. So the direction is match the correct superlative from set A to set B to complete the sentences. So here is the set A and this is the set B. So in set A is the incomplete sentences which you will be looking for in the set B. You understand? Okay. But also, please write your names, your grade and section, the date to date. Okay? So I will be giving each one of you this worksheet and you will be answering it here now. I hope that you've learned something from our discussion today. And by the way, before we end our discussion, what was the superlatives once again? Anyone? Right. So the superlatives is an adjective that is used in comparisons to describe something as being of the highest degree or extreme. Very good.